I forgot my hat. That would be critically important to make sure I had my hat. Oh, it's been one of those mornings. There we go. Good morning, Twitchero Alex. Good morning, anybody else that might be lurking in the chat. Good morning, very bright light. Let's turn you off. I recently changed the light bulbs in here to smart light bulbs, and they have to be calibrated, which is a process. I have chosen a Billy Collins poem this morning with a title that I identify with a little bit. Just feeling like a happy weariness this morning when I woke up. Yesterday was a tough day in some ways. I have been continuing to try to figure out how to balance the demands of my work, the time that I have, the additional projects I want to do. I mean, that's a lifelong journey. And part of me is afraid if I ramble about it, it'll turn into something which is trite, but I don't think it is. And kind of had another realization of how it's holding back in some ways. How I was picking safe routes, working on different projects that were, safe projects that are traditional working projects, traditional part-time jobs, and not diving deep into the art. And the art has always rewarded me when I dive deeper. The poems have always rewarded me when I take the risk and I plunge myself into their depths. And they have compensated me both in fulfillment and sometimes in money as well. And so I struggle with that though still. It's like new to me. It's like the world goes this way and you're gonna try going that way. Like, so I kind of keep dragging myself back this way, then I have to say, no. And I really realized that over the course of yesterday, but it took a day of prioritizing the wrong thing and then trying to catch up on the right thing for me to realize that I have it backwards. So, in a little bit of a different vein, but similar, this is Billy Collins' poem, "If This Were a Job, I'd Be Fired." When you wake up with nothing, but you are nonetheless drawn to your sunny chair near the French doors, it may be necessary to turn to some of the others to get you going. Oh, we have our music still on. I'll start over. I was not ready to read. If this were a job, I'd be fired. When you wake up with nothing, but you are nonetheless drawn to your sunny chair near the French doors, it may be necessary to turn to some of the others to get you going. So I opened a book of Gerald Stern, but I didn't want to face my age by writing about my childhood in the 1940s. Then I read Two Little Merwins, which made me feel I should apply for a position in the corner sandwich shop. And it only took one Simic, which ended with a couple on a rooftop watching a child on fire leap from a window, to get me to replace the cap on my pen, put on some sweatpants and go for a walk around a lake to think of a new career. But not before I tell you all about it in, well, look at this, 5 quatrains. Better than nothing for a weekday, I thought, as I headed merrily out the door. That was, if this were a job, I'd be fired. I think that for my first poem this morning, and if we have anybody in the chat that wants to say hello, drop in uh, what is it? Drop in a request or an idea or a topic. Checking in on our who we have in here. I see that we have David here this morning, and we have Jeff as well. Feel sorry for calling you guys out from the from the abyss of the machine. Good afternoon from Limerick, says Jeff, and morning friend, says David. Thank you so much for being here. I think that this first poem this morning that I would write about would be about that sense of accepted weariness. Like it's a kind of a contradiction. I almost like satisfied weariness, but not all the way there. So let me get some paper and do some writing, because that is the poetry studio way. How is everything out in Limerick, Jeff? Hope it is all going well. Jeff and I were emailing not too long ago. I'm going to be doing some poetry, probably over Zoom. Still kind of trying to figure out what Lay has in mind, but celebrating a show that she's doing, a Zoom theater production, which my wife does those a bunch of the times as well. But it's cool. It's going to be really neat. Want to thank the people that ended up following, who may not be here but may watch on the replay. We have Boom Muffin, Mickey D 100, Mezzo 9, Relentless. Relentless was taken, who is the younger David. Winter winds are coming, says JP Stanford, but fall colors are great. That's a feeling. That really is a I don't want us to say it's feeling. It's more like a state, like a season state, but not just of a season, but of the mind and the heart. You know, that winter winds are coming, but fall colors are great. Twitcher Alex mentions you're coming up on 100 followers, buddy. Wow. Man, I just lost track of that. I just, I'm just kind of like been like squatting on the eventually I'm going to actually have affiliate status thing. And only 12 away. Wow, that's incredible. That's really great. Also, today is stream 99. Who would have thought? I've done this 99 times, including today. And that means Monday is going to be stream 100. And I haven't even marketed for a big 100th stream party, which I should do and figure out how to do that. So there's a synchronicity for you. Almost 100 followers and 100 streams. So that is really exciting. I am going to bring back our music. Not that music. Oh, I like this one. Ooh. There we go. One of the things that I've been kind of thinking about, because I don't want to copy a certain other wonderful streamer by asking a question of the day, because I feel like that is not that's an idea that is being used and used well in other places. I like the idea of asking people like more like a kind of Rorschach test on a word. So like if I say the word weary, what comes to mind? Is it a certain feeling? Is it an idea? Is it an event that recently happened? Or satisfied? Because the two words today are weary and satisfied. Anyway, if you have any thoughts on those in the chat, feel free to drop them in. One of these days, I'm going to be popping onto a couple of other just chatting servers to see a little more about what the dynamic is, how conversations are stimulated. It's almost like a study in conversations when you start a just chatting Twitch streaming channel. Good morning, Patrick Smith. Welcome everybody to the stream. Because some days the conversations take a life of their own. Some days they're geared around what's happening on the stream. Some days they don't happen at all. I'm thankful for all of it. But I want to make sure that there's a wonderful opportunity here for people to share where they are, what's going on, and without fear or recourse, but also the just to celebrate the moment. Twitch Hero Alex says, you definitely should install your thought process and curb your improvements just because someone else is doing something sort of similar. We have no Twitch channels that everyone became too self-conscious of what they're doing with their shows. That is true. That is very true. But it might, I want to make sure that it is different. And I just want to make sure that it's something that is better for this venue here. So I think that I will start with that today. Today's first poem has a theme of empty and full. There's the title on the front and center, empty and full. What do you think of when you think of empty and full, other than glasses of water? What is your, and if you feel like you want to say something, then say something, otherwise, that's fine. But maybe even if you're just thinking about it, it's a reflection for the morning. I could provide a space for it, reflecting on different and unique ideas in the morning. I kind of like that, actually, a lot. There we go. What does this mean to you type questions during the streams. I like that. I like that too, Twitch Hero Alex. What does this mean to you? It's not a question of the day. Because I just really like that he owns that. It's like more a thing of respect. So, good morning, Oracle Bones. Good day. We're doing poetry here on the stream. Now, I am still open for requests for a second poem. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm kind of just pouring out the past 24 hours into some words for now. Just go with the flow, says Patrick Smith. Oracle Bones, fantastic, wants a poem. Let me know any topic, and I will write a poem right on the stream. The only thing that I always ask for when it comes to for a poem. Alrighty. So starting off this morning, a poem entitled Empty and Full. Settled in turbulent self, I am thankful for the griping, gripping hand holds and cliffs. I'll say that line again. I am thankful for the griping, gripping handholds and cliffs. Precarious and brave over the misty ways I have come. A climb, a catch, a Jacob's ladder journey forever. The sustenance of wanting, taking these moments, one troubled, timid step at a time. The heart yearns even when it can yearn no more. I always would speak to mentors and guides to find if they could walk my way. Instead, I am left to pray that my hands reach, my thoughts teach myself the ways of empty and full. Empty and full. I am going to set up for a poem for Oracle Bones, who has wandered his way to our stream, or wandered her way to our stream, on the topic of love. Thank you so much, Twitcher Alex, for your clapping emojis. Great thing about Twitch is you can mute the microphone when you sneeze. So, topic on love. Get a lot of love poems. We get a lot of love poems today. Today I have a wedding. I'm working a wedding. Yeah, I'm not getting married. But today I am working a wedding. And what's interesting about love poems is that it's always a different facet of love that I pick when I get the topic. And everybody wants love poems. Not that that's a bad thing at all. It's a wonderful thing. I think that might be the theme for this one particularly, though. Everybody wants love poems. That is beautiful. So let's bring back our music. A poem about love. This one written for Oracle Bones. Welcome to the stream. The title of the poem is Everybody Wants. Everybody hopes. Everybody dreams. Taking into their four chambers the myth of unity, complete mystery of what it means to hold forever. Making moments of beyond into the palm of the present. Heaven makers, passion takers, Quakers shudder at the loss at merely the idea, the concept of the being uncrushed. Some will want to the point of suffering, blubbering on because we must, wanters of him and her, wanters of life so sure, ready to claim everything at any moment, ready to rope the very moon, ready to unlock the best of humankind. That is Everybody Wants. I hope that you enjoyed the poem Oracle Bones. I hope that it addressed the facet of love that the desire was the part that I was really thinking about a lot there. So thank you very much, Twitchio Alex. Well done. So we have had two wonderful, small but nice poems this stream. Oh, thank you so much, Oracle Bones. Cheers. That's very cool. Well, I really appreciate you coming on the screen and requesting a poem this morning. Unless I'm working on projects, which this morning I just, because of the time that I didn't get to spend on it yesterday, I didn't really get to set up my projects. This is just a morning that becomes kind of a bit of a free verse in itself. Just a wandering of ideas and poetic musings, beautiful music in the background. So yeah, I think that I am going to end the stream there today a little early, but I think that especially with the planning that needs to get done for the big day today, I will be kind of diving into that. I want to thank everybody that is here today. We had a crowd in a good way. We had Jeff, David, we had Twitcher Alex, Patrick Smith. Thank you so much for being back here. Oracle Bones for the amazing request on love. You can never go wrong with a poem request on love. And thank you so much for all being wonderful in attendance. And thank you so much for the follow, Oracle Bones. I need to get one of those gifts that pop up whenever anybody follows. I was thinking that the gift that I would put up whenever anybody subscribes is the Kermit the Frog meme where he's typing away. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I do this every morning, 7 a.m. Monday to Saturday, which, as a reminder to anybody and everybody that's on the stream, tomorrow there will be no Poetry Studio. We will be celebrating our 100th episode. Wow, man, 100 episodes. I can't believe it. Our 100th episode will be celebrated on Monday, the 26th at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are tuning in and from a different location, just make sure you watch your clock. And I do believe we have a daylight savings coming up for us crazy Americans. Thank you so much, Patrick Smith. Have fun at the wedding today. Indeed, there will be poetic vibes at the wedding. I'm really excited. And as always, make sure that your day is full of beauty and joy and love as best as it can. And sometimes that beauty and joy and love is a weary satisfaction. Thank you so much.
Akira. The dog. He's got clout.